Hello guys, so start na natin ang ating STAAD. So ayan siya. After clicking sa desktop, ayan ang lalabas. So let's just wait. And then, yan ang kanyang opening screen. Click muna natin yung configure. Make sure na ang ating units ay tama. Ito, dapat naka-click yung metric kasi originally, yung iba naka-English siya. So make sure na naka-click yung metric. Then, okay. Tapos i-click new. And then, meron na akong nagawang folder. Ayan. Tapos yung file name, let's say, building frame part 1. Then you click create. Okay? By the way, make sure na dito, since na-configure na natin yan, lalabas dito metric. Pero make sure pa rin na naka-select yung metric just to be sure. And then you click create. And then ito na ang lalabas. For our model, we have here a 3-story commercial building. Ang heights niya ay 1.5 from top of footing to top of first floor beams. And then, yung top of first floor beams to the top of second floor beams, yan yung tinatawag na floor-to-floor height, which is 3 meters. And then top of second floor beam, which is also the top of the finished floor line, up to the top of third floor beam, yan yung story height. So another 3 meters. And then top of third finished floor line up to top of roof beam is another 3 meters. So yan yung story heights. And then, yung dimension niya, this dimension is 4.3. Same here. Dimension A, 4.3. Tapos itong inner dimensions is 4.2 meters. And then 4.2 meters. Okay, tapos dito naman, this is 4.5. And then this is 4.5. And then dimension C is 3.3 meters. Okay, and then ang parameters natin, if 6.5, ano? Ngayon, makukuha mo tong distance using Hazard Hunter or sa PHIVOLTS, yung fault finder, no? And then, ang seismic source type natin ay laging A, meaning it will generate magnitude 7, above magnitude 7 na earthquake. Tapos, basic wind speed is 254. Makukuha mo ulit ito sa hazardhunter.ph. And then, occupancy category is 4, importance factor 1, surface category. And then, C. Initially, ang gagamitin natin ay 248 megapascal for purlins, and then steel truss. For concrete, gamit tayo ng 3,000 PSI concrete initially, and then rebars grade 40. And then sa first floor, which is ito yung exterior wall, the 5 yan. This is also considered exterior wall kasi exposed siya sa elements. And then this is interior, this is interior. Tapos, ito yung first floor framing plan. This is also known as tie beam or 1F beam. And then, going to the second floor, which is this. So, from the first floor, meron tayong paakyat dyan. Take note na may landing dito and then may landing sa mid height. Ano? So, from the first floor on this part, aakyat siya sa landing dito, and then pag pagdating mo sa second floor, on this part, ito yung going down to the first floor. Tapos, dito naman, yung going up to the third floor. Kaya pagdating mo sa third floor, nandito na yung down. Okay? So, ito, railing na yan. Pag di ka maglalagay ng railing dyan, mahuhulog yung tao. Now, let's look at the third floor. Itong mga green na beams, ang tawag dyan ay stringer. So, hindi yan nakapatong sa columns. Sa beams lang siya nakapatong, which is also known as girder. Kapag sinabing girder, that is commonly supported by columns on both ends. Kapag stringer, hindi siya supported ng column. So, isa pa, ang purpose or ide-design natin ang mga stringer na simply supported. Okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi siya magtra-transfer ng moment at support. Otherwise, kapag magtra-transfer siya ng moment at support, magkokos siya ng torsion dito sa beams. And yan ang iiwasan natin. And then, etong mga CR, okay, hollow blocks yan. Hindi yan kaya ng slab. So, dapat, sa ilalim nitong mga CR walls, meron tayong stringer beams, which is, ayan. Okay? And then, ang occupancy natin, gagamitin natin dito ay commercial lahat. So, meaning, itong second floor tsaka third floor, commercial or office space. So, pwede siyang, ang gagamitin nating live load dito ay 2.4 kPa. Okay, so mag-start na tayo sa ating part 1, which is model generation. So, ang uumpisa natin dyan ay yung base, which is at node 1. Ang node 1 natin ay, you just type there 0, ayan. And then, i-click select dahil click natin yung nodes cursor para mapili natin yan. And then, punta tayo ngayon dito sa geometry dahil magja-generate tayo. So, translational repeat. And then, ang number of steps natin would be ito. Okay, so ito yung node 1 natin. Ayan, so number of steps, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4. Ayan. Tapos, ang dimension A is 4.3. So, palitan natin ito ng 4.3. Tapos, itong step 2, which is ito, dimension B is 4.2. And then, 4.2 din yan. And then, this is 4.3. And then, you just click link steps. Dahil pag, let's say, hindi natin na-click yung link steps, and then, ang direction natin is X direction. Ayan. So, i-click natin. Susundan niya ito. Ayan. Take note na, ang orientation ko, nasanay ako na, yung longer dimension is directed to the X axis. Okay? So, ayan, X. Then, let's type there, okay. Yan siya. Ngayon, pag hindi tayo nakaklik ng link steps, i-click mo yung add beam. Ganyan. So, pag mag-add beam ka, always start from the inner node going to the outer node. Ganyan. Ngayon, let us undo. Okay? Let's say, balik tayo sa select. Ayan. And then, geometry, ulitin natin. Yung translational repeat. So, 4 steps. Then, this is 4.3. Then, 4.2. 4.2 and then 4.3. Ito ngayon, i-click natin si link steps and then global X. Then, i-press OK. So, automatic siyang nag-generate na ng lines. Okay? Next is, generate na natin naman itong this part. Ayan. So, how many steps? This is 1, 2, 3 steps. Ngayon, I will press, click ko lang dito, no? I will press escape twice para mawala yung, mag-normal siya na cursor. Ngayon, kapag normal cursor na yan, you can select your beams. Yan. And then, balik tayo dito. Tapos, ang direction naman natin ngayon ay Z. So, pag ganito siya, no? Which is in this direction. This is the Z axis. And then, how many steps is tatlo? Tapos, yung first step natin ay 4.5. And then 4.5 and then 3.3. Ito, dimension C. Okay? And then you click link steps. And then you click OK. Yan siya. Tapos, kung titingnan natin sa view, ito yung top. Ayan siya. Ito yung isometric view. Ito yung side view. And then, ito yung front view. So, balik tayo sa isometric view or you just click display whole structure. Next, ang i-generate naman natin ngayon would be the heights. Okay, so select ko lang yan. And then, translational repeat ulit. Nandito yun sa geometry. This time, our direction is Y dahil patas na tayo. And then, tingnan natin ngayon yung side view. Ito na. So, how many steps? Ito yung generate natin, yung top of footing. So, how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Your first step would be 1.5 followed by 3, 3, and 3. And then, you just click link steps. Okay, make sure na naka-Y and then okay. Yan na siya. And then, tatanggalin na natin yung mga nasa baba, nasa top of footing. So, we will click view and then front view. Ayan. Tapos, i-select lang natin yan. Then, i-press delete. Then, you just click OK. Tapos, balik tayo sa isometric view. Ayan na siya. And then, i-generate naman natin ngayon yung stringers. So, ang stringers natin, nandito sa second floor. Okay? So, i-select natin si second floor. Ayan. Kasama na rin yung first floor columns. And then you click selected objects only para yan lang magpapakita. Then you click isometric view. Ngayon, pwede mo siyang i-control yung view mo. Ayan, rotate. This is rotate left. Okay? Ayan. Then this is rotate right. Then, this is rotate din. Rotate up. So, balik tayo dito sa second floor. Ayan siya. Lalagyan natin ngayon ng stringer. Let's say, this distance is 2.2 meters. Diretsong ganun, ano? Since diretso siya, pwedeng ganito ang gagawin natin. So, sinelect ko yan and then Control C. And then click Control V. So, copy and paste. Ito yung lalabas kapag Control V. Ngayon, ang distance niyan ay 2.2 meters. Ito. This is 2.25 meters. Kalahati nitong 4.5. Yan. So, ang distance niya ay at say 2.25 meters. Then you press OK. Yan na siya. And then, ang next dyan, eto. Okay? So, i-select natin this one, tsaka yan. And then, Control C, tsaka Control V ulit. This time, the distance is, again, 2.25 at Z. Then you press OK. Next is, eto na. Okay, so, unahin natin eto. Okay, so you select this, then Control C, Control V ulit. Pero ang distance niya is towards the X at 1.5 meters. Now you press OK. Ngayon, ito naman ang i-generate natin. This time, ang gagamitin natin ay translational repeat. Okay, so geometry. Ayan. Tapos, ang kanyang number of steps is isang beses lang. Pero ang direction niya ay X. Okay? Pero, negative X ang kanyang direction. Kaya, ang spacing niya ay magiging negative 1.5. Huwag mo nang i-click-click yung link steps. Yan siya. Okay? Next. Punta tayo ngayon sa third floor naman. Okay, so check natin display whole structure. Ayan siya. And then, view from positive Z or front view. Select natin si third floor, tsaka si second floor columns. Sinasali ko si second floor columns para makikita ko na may column sa ilalim. So, click selected objects only, and then isometric view. It so happen na si third floor tsaka si second floor framing ay magkaparehas sila. Okay, so actually, pwede mong i-copy ang stringers dito pataas. Translational repeat mo siya pataas at 3 meters. Okay, pero hindi natin gagawin yon kasi kung minsan ito 3 meters, yung kabila naman hindi siya 3 meters or meron siyang konting differences. Kung minsan, hindi siya tumatama doon. So, I better not take chances. So, selected objects only. And then, balik tayo dito. So, natutunan na natin yung translational repeat, tsaka copy-paste, and then itong insert node naman, ano? So, yung insert node, let's say dito, mag-insert tayo dyan. So, select mo lang yan. You just click, then right-click, then insert node. At ito yung lalabas. So, i-click natin yung midpoint. And then, you click OK. Ayan. Okay, so ganun din dito. So, panay midpoint lahat yan. So, insert node, and then add midpoint, and then you click OK. Tapos, maglalagay na tayo ngayon ng add beams. Okay, so sa geometry, click natin tong add beam. Click mo lang yan. So ngayon, yung cursor mo naging cotton buds. So i-click natin, yan ang first node natin. Remember ng direction ng ating beams ay always going away from the origin. So, pag ganito, ayan. Huwag papunta sa origin, okay? So, ang orientation natin, always going away from the origin. Ganyan. Okay, next. Let's say, naglagay tayo dito ng midpoint ulit. So, insert node. Tapos, midpoint. Okay, and then, mag-add din tayo, diretso na doon. Yan. And then, dito, meron siyang intersection. So, kailangan mag-insert tayo ng node doon. So, ang command dyan ay intersect. Okay, so, piliin natin yung dalawang yan. And then, click mo lang ito. So, that is intersecting beams. Okay, you click intersect selected beams and then i-press mo lang yan, 0.001 and then okay. And then, 2 new beams created, i-press okay. Alright, so ayan na. And then, meron ding command na move. So, let's say, naglagay tayo dito ng mag-insert tayo dito ng dito na lang. Mag-insert tayo ng node at distance 1 meter. Okay? Yan, yung 1 meter na yan is from the start node or yung kulay green. Okay, so you press okay na. Yan siya. So, if you will double-click this, yan yung 1 meter. 1 meter din ito. Okay, and then maglagay tayo ng beam dyan. Add beam. Pero, remember na ang dimension niyan ay 1.5 meters. Okay, so, ang command doon would be move. Okay, so select this and then right-click tapos move. Ngayon, ang distance ng move natin ay 0.5 positive in the x direction. And then make sure to click retain connections. Then i-press OK. Yan. So, tip mo lang yung yes. And now this is 1.5 na. Next is, i-generate naman natin ngayon yung nandito. Ayan. So, I will use translational repeat. And then, number of steps is 1. Default spacing is negative 1.5. Since, opposite direction dyan, towards the center, then do not click link steps and make sure it is in the X direction. Then you press OK. Next is, dito naman na. So, ito ang i-generate na natin. So, mag-insert ako ngayon ng midpoint dyan sa dalawa. And then, midpoint lang. Tapos, select ko yung node na yan, going there. And then, I will press now escape at piliin ko lang yan, pati ito. And then, I will intersect. And then, tanggalin ko na lang yan, no? So, I will select and then delete. So, na-generate ko na itong third floor. And then, ang kulang pa natin dyan ay itong landing. Yan. So, ang landing na yan ay nasa mid-height. Okay, so, punta tayo kay view, display whole structure, and then, I-rotate lang natin siya ng konti-konti. Tapos, ayan. And then, ang i-generate natin dyan ay yan. Yan lang. Tsaka, dahil nandito yung stairs, ito, yung part na yan. Okay, kung para hindi ka malito, this time, ang pipiliin lang natin would be front view, tapos first floor beams, tsaka first floor columns. Ayan. And then selected objects, tapos ayan. So rotate lang ng konti. And then, balik punta tayo dito kay first floor. So merong landing dito, which is this. And then, ikakopy natin yan ng patas ng mid-height or 1.5. So, ang command dyan ay pwedeng translational repeat or Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. This time, ang repeat natin dyan ay Y, since patas, spacing of 1.5. Do not click link steps and then you press OK. Next, punta na tayo ngayon sa second floor. Okay, ito yung second floor tsaka second floor columns. Selected objects only. And then, ito naman. This time, we will use Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. And then, ang Y natin ay 1.5 meters. Then, make sure that it is in the Y direction. Then, you press OK. So, click natin si rotate. Yun. Meron siya. Okay? Ayan siya. And then, next na gagawin natin ay alam na natin yung insert node tsaka move. Etong merge, merong times na nagdodoble ang mga lines. So, pwedeng tanungin ni Stan kung pag-iisahin mo yun or pipili ka kung anong gusto mong tanggalin. Okay, so punta tayo ngayon kay display node to node distance. So, display whole structure and then punta ka dito kay utilities and then sa node tools. Ayan yon. So, click mo lang yan. Then, pwede ka mag-measure ng node to node. So, that is 17. Pwede ring diagonal. Ayan. 5.408. And pwede ring ganyan. So, that is 9 meters. And then, kung gusto mong tanggalin yan, click mo lang yung remove node to node distance. Then, save your work once in a while. Ngayon, natapos na natin yung basic geometry. So, ang ibig sabihin ng basic geometry is meron na tayong columns, meron na tayong beams, pero hindi natin sigurado kung may nadoble ba or merong disconnected. So, to do that, we will now check duplicate nodes. So, dapat pipiliin natin yung mga nodes. So, punta tayo kay select, and then you click nodes cursor. Then, select natin lahat yan. Tapos, punta tayo kay utilities, node tools. No. Kay utilities, tapos punta tayo kay node tools. Ayan. And then, you click duplicate nodes. Yan. And then, i-press OK. So, ibig sabihin, okay na. Walang na-duplicate nodes. Ang ibig sabihin ng duplicate nodes is meron kang dalawang node na parehas ang kanyang coordinates. Next is, Ang orphan nodes naman, for example, ito, yung node na yan, Control C, Control B, Y, let's say, 1.5 meters. So, meron tayong node dito na hindi siya connected, ano? So, select ulit natin lahat ng nodes, and then, punta tayo kay Node Tools, and then, you click Orphan Nodes. Yan. So, isa-select nyo ngayon yung node na walang connection. So, balik tayo kay Node Tools. Select ulit. Select mo na lahat. Then, Node Tools. And then, you click Remove Orphan Nodes. Okay, next. Dito naman kay Beam Ends, nandito siya sa Label Settings. Meron siyang comment dito. So that is to identify start and end node of a member. So I will press escape muna para ma-normalize. To identify the start node is, let's say dalhin mo tong cursor on top. You just hover it on top of a beam. Makikita nyo na lumabas yung kulay green, kulay red, tsaka kulay blue. Yung kulay green, yan yung start node, and then yung kulay blue, yan yung end node. Now, let's look at the third floor. Selected objects. Isometry natin. Then, click ko lang dyan. Tingnan natin to. So, yan yung start node niya. Tapos, yung end node going away. Okay? Next. So, punta tayo ngayon kay Beam Ends, Label Settings. So, si Label Settings, makikita mo yan dyan. Tapos, nasan si Beam Ends? Ayan. Check lang natin yan. And let's see what happens. I-press OK. Yun. Okay, so makikita mo ngayon kung nasan dyan ang start node tsaka end node. Next is, so patay na natin ngayon yung Beam Ends. Balik ka sa Label Settings. Then, okay. Tingnan naman natin si Beam Tools. So, si Beam Tools, nandito siya kay Utilities. Ayan. Tapos, i-click natin si Beam Incidences. Ngayon, yung Beam Incidence, ma-activate yan kapag meron kang napiling mga beams. Let's say, piliin natin yan. Okay, balik tayo kay Beam Tools. And then, ayan. So, active na ngayon si Beam Incidence. Pwede mong pagbalik ta rin yung incidence. Ang ibig sabihin ng incidence, yung start node, yun ang gagawin mong end node. At saka yung end node, yun naman ang gagawin mong start node. Okay, so ito, let's say ito, no? Pagbabalik ta rin natin yan. At saka ito. So yung green, yun ang magiging end node. So punta tayo kay Beam Tools, and then you just click this. See what happens now. Okay? So, dati-rati yung green nandito. Ngayon, nandun na yung green. So, I will now press undo. Yan. So, to check. Kung minsan itong si undo, kailan ilang beses mong i-undo. Okay, so I will just click again the Beam Tools, Beam Incidence, and then, ayan. Next, punta tayo ngayon kay Check Duplicate Members. So, i-view natin lahat. Since this is a member, kailangan natin na ang selection natin ay Beams Cursor. Okay, tapos select natin lahat. And then, punta tayo kay Utilities. Dito. Then, go to Beam Tools. And then, you click Check Duplicate members or beams. So, no duplicate members. So, you just press OK. Ang ibig sabihin ng duplicate is merong dalawang beam na magkaparehas ang kanyang end nodes. Okay, next. Check zero length members again. So, I highlight everything. Balik tayo dito sa beam tools and then you click zero length. Yan. So, you just press OK. So, dapat no members of zero length found. Ang ibig sabihin naman nung zero length members ay meron kang member na yung start node at end node niya is the same node. Ngayon, i-check naman natin yung number of nodes at number of lines. So, dito sa number of nodes, ang last number niyan ay 132. Okay? 132. Pero dito ang nodes natin ay 134. Oops, bakit kaya? Let's check the front view. Ayun, see? Nawala yung mid-height, yung landing. Kaya wag kang basta-basta nag-undo. So, be careful when doing undo. So, ito, Control-C, Control-V at a distance of 1.5. And then, display whole structure again. Yan. This time, let's use translational repeat at Y na 1.5 pataas. Ayan, see? So, okay na. Ngayon, yung number of nodes niya ay 134, pero dito 136. Tapos, yung lines naman, or yung beams, dapat 250 lang, pero dito, yung last number niya ay 293. Ayan, kasi nag-delete-delete din tayo kanina. So, to do that, we will renumber. Ibig sabihin, tatanggalin niya yung mga blankong numbers. So, we start with renumbering the nodes. Okay? So, view, display whole structure, and then select nodes. Tapos, select natin lahat yan. And then, you go to utilities. Ayun. We go to node tools and then you click renumber nodes. And then you just click yes. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo na pwedeng i-undo yan. And then you click double arrow right, then accept, then 135 or 136 nodes renumbered. Then let's go to geometry. Ito, okay, or dito may click, or dyan. Now let's look at the last number of nodes. It is now 136. Okay, check natin yan mamaya. This time, i-check natin yung number of beams naman. Okay? So, balik tayo kay utilities or beam tools, then renumber beams. Then you click double arrow right and then accept. Okay. So, yung beams is dapat 215 lines. Oh no. Bakit kaya? So, let's check starting from the first floor. Okay? Yan ang ating first floor. Let's look at our figure. Ito yung first floor framing plan. So, tama naman. Now, let's go to the second floor. Tsaka first floor columns. Rotate ko lang yan ng konti. So, punta tayo ngayon kay second floor. Ito. Yung aking second floor. Okay naman siya. Meron tayong stringer dito. Yan, 1, 2, 3. Tapos, nandun yung landing. Punta tayo kay third floor. You just rotate it a little bit. Ayan. So, ito yung third floor. Okay naman. Oops! Now, let's look at the roof deck. I think yan ang hindi natin na-edit kanina. Okay, so let's look at the roof framing plan, not roof deck. Ito, yung roof framing plan. Okay, so dito, walang beam dyan. So that means wala ito. So we will now delete that. Ganon din dito, wala yan. So we will delete this. And then, walang beam dito, so we will delete this also. Ngayon, habang nagsaselect ka, to select, multiple selection is, you press and hold control and then you click. Then you can delete. Tapos, take note na walang column dito. Ayan. Okay? So, ito yun. Two beams and associated will be deleted. Okay. And then, since dinelete natin yan, tatanungin din niya kung i-delete natin yung node. Kasi may node dyan na may iwan. In this case, we will click yes. Now, let us display whole structure again. Tapos, ulitin natin yung renumbering. Dapat 134 tsaka 250 yan. So, balik tayo kay select, nodes cursor, and then utilities, renumber nodes, and then click yes, double arrow right, and then accept. Yan. So, 134 yung last number ng node. So, correct. Tapos ngayon yung lines naman, punta tayo kay view, select beams cursor, and then select natin lahat. And then, beam tools, renumber natin. Yes, and then double arrow right, then you click accept. Ayan, see, 250 na. So, yung last line mo doon, or last beam should be 250. Okay guys, so dapat, importante na meron tayong floor plan sa drawings natin, which is ayan. Yan yung tinatawag natin na floor plan tsaka structural framing plan. So next, dito na tayo ngayon sa renumber. Ang purpose naman ng renumber is lahat ng nodes na nasa base will start at 1. Okay? And then, kapag sinabing base, eto siya. Okay? Yan. Tapos, yung ground floor naman, or let's say, pwede sabihin natin na 1F floor. 1F. Yan. Okay lang yan. So, ito yun. Yung nodes at 1F. And then, nodes at 2F will start at 2,000. Then, ito naman at 3,000 and then at 4,000. Okay? Ngayon, since ang last floor or level is 4,000, i-re-number natin lahat yan in such a way na 5,000, starting at 5,000. Okay? So, i-re-number ko siya. Just click yes, and then start numbering from 5,000. Double arrow right, and then accept. Tapos, isa-select ko na ito ngayon. Okay, pakita ko lang muna, display with structure. And then, label settings. Dito tayo, node numbers. Ayan. See? Lahat ng numbers ay starting from 5,000. Okay, so balik tayo dito sa ground. So, I will select this. And then, you click Node Tools. At renumber nodes, you click yes. And then, start numbering from 1. Then, you just click X and Z. Wag na yung Y. Then, you click Accept. Okay, so let's check. Isali na natin yung first floor. Yan. So, ito ngayon yung first floor. Sama na natin yung sa landing. And then, the renumber nodes. This time, we will start at 1,000. And then, you click X, Z, tsaka Y coordinate. And then, of course, that joint number. Then, you press Accept. Now, let's click or let us select yung select natin yung beams, first floor, tsaka yung landing. Okay? Then, view selected objects only. Yan. See? So, lahat ng series full number or series hundreds, yan yung nasa top of footing or yung base. And then, lahat ng numbers na series 1,000, yan yung nasa first floor. Kasama na tong landing at first floor. Okay? Ngayon, itong nasa second floor, 5,000 siya. Next is magre-renumber na tayo ngayon ng second floor. So, select nodes cursor. Ito ngayon. Sama na natin yang landing at second floor dahil yan ang ating i-re-renumber. Okay, and then just click double arrow right, starting from 2,000. Then you click accept. Next is yung third floor naman. Yan. And then, node tools, renumber again. Starting from 3,000. Then, double arrow right. Okay lang yan. Then, accept. Tapos, finally, itong roof. Renumber nodes. And that is at 4,000. Then, accept. Okay? So, ang purpose niyan, kapag nagde-decode ka or nagde-debug, naghanap ka ng error, ituturo ni Stan kung anong beam at kung anong nodes. So, pag sinabi niyang 2,500 na node, ibig sabihin nun, nasa second floor. Kapag sinabi niyang 35, may problema sa node 35, nandun siya sa base level. Okay? And then, we can also renumber your members. Ngayon, para sa beams naman, ang members natin ay composed of horizontal beams tsaka vertical. Our beams is composed of horizontal lines, tapos ang columns naman ay vertical lines. Okay? So we will renumber now our ground floor or 1F beams. So palitan ko to ng 1F. Okay? So kapag beams, ang numbering niya ay thousands. Kapag columns naman, ang numbering niya ay hundreds. Okay? So, let us renumber all the lines. So, ang last number natin ay 4,000 series. So, i-renumber natin lahat yan. And then, renumber beams starting from 5,000 again. Then, double arrow, then accept. Ayan na. Okay, so, let us start with the beams. So, view. And then, piliin natin si 1F. Ito. Siyempre, kasama yung first floor landing. Okay? So, to check kung napili mo nga naman ng tama, pwede mo yung i-rotate. Yan. Okay? So, balik tayo ngayon sa beam tools and then renumber beams. Then, i-click yes. Tapos, piliin mo lang yan. Double arrow right. And then, we'll start at 1,000. Then, accept. Tapos, dito na tayo ngayon kay second floor. Kay second floor naman, we just select that. Pati na rin ito. Then, let us rotate. Okay. So, renumber again. And then, 2,000. Double arrow right. And then, accept. Tapos, yung third floor, pwedeng dyan. Oops! So, punta tayo sa view, then select natin yan. Then, renumber. And that is 3,000. And then, finally, itong roof beams, i-renumber natin yan ng 4,000. And then, dito na tayo ngayon sa columns naman. So, base to ground floor will start at 1. Ngayon, let's say palitan natin to. Base to 1F. Tapos, 1F to second floor. So, yung base to 1 floor, first floor, eto yon. So, i-renumber natin yan. And then, 1. Starting from 1. Next is first floor to second floor. Ito yon. But, meron kang na-highlight doon. So, I will press Control and then select mo yan. Then, view. So, na-select ngayon yung lahat ng columns. Yan siya. So, I will now renumber again. And it will start at 100. Tapos, iselect ko rin ito. Second floor. And I will just press Control para unselect. Ito ngayon ang i-renumber ko. Starting at 200. And then, finally, yung third floor columns, i-re-number ko yan, starting at 300. Okay? Now, save your work once in a while. Okay. So, dito na tayo ngayon sa step number 2. Mag-crew group definition na tayo. So, ang group definition naman, pagsasama-samahin natin sila, and then lalagyan natin sila ng name. So, we start with roof beam. Okay, so, Control G. Ayan. Then, ang type natin ay beam. Tapos, dyan may type si roof beam. Then, okay. Then, you create again. Tapos, beam. And then, lagyan natin siya ng 3F stringer. Okay again. Tapos, create beam. And then, 3F beam. Take note na huwag ka maglalagay ng space. Kung maglalagay ka ng space, gawin mong underscore. Okay? Dahil pag may space, malilito dyan si staan. Now, gumawa tayo ng groups, pero hindi pa tayo naka-assign kung ano yung mga nakalagay dyan. Kaya nakasulat doon ay beam unassign. Okay? So, tabi lang muna natin yan. And then, mag-front view tayo. And then, select ko tong roof beam. Ayan. And then, I will highlight the roof beams. And then, I will click Associate to selected geometry. Then, i-click Associate. So, mapapansin nyo doon na meron ng beam assign. Ngayon, punta tayo ngayon kay third floor stringer. So, si third floor stringer, eto yon. So, piliin lang natin yan kasama na yung columns na nasa ilalim. And then, selected objects only. The reason why I included the columns underneath is para madali kong ma-distinguish na stringer siya. Dahil ang stringer walang column sa ilalim. Yan. Okay, so next. So I will now highlight this third floor stringer. Pwede rin, ayan. Now, I will select ito. Yan yung mga, remember na ito yung mga yung kulay green. Ito, okay? Which is this. I will select, then, ayan. And then, associate to selected geometry. And then, yung third floor beam naman, syempre, yan yung mga beams na nakapatong sa column, which is this. So, while selecting, pindutin mo yung control. Obviously, ang perimeter beams, yan ay part of the 3F beam. Then, ito, nakapatong yan sa column. And then, you press Associate. Okay? And then, let's continue. So, dito na tayo sa number 4. second floor stringer and landing. Tapos, meron tayong 2F beam. And then create 1F beam. Tapos create ulit 3F column. Create ulit 2F column. Create ulit. Then 1F column. And then create ulit stringer. So, ang ibig sabihin ng stringer, lahat ng stringers from third floor and second floor, sama na natin dyan yung landing. Okay? Then, okay. Tapos, create all beams. Then, create ulit all column. Then, display whole structure. At mag-assign na tayo kay second floor beam. Okay, so punta tayo ngayon kay front view. So, dito tayo kay second floor beam. Oops, wait. Check muna natin, ano? So, display whole structure. Then, click natin yan, si 1. Then, i-click highlight. Yan. I-adjust natin yung view in such a way na makikita natin siya ng malinaw. Ayan. Tapos, click ko si 3F stringer, highlight. Then, 3F beam, highlight. And then, 2F stringer, highlight. Okay. Wala pa palang assignment kay 2F stringer landing. Okay. So, balik tayo dito kay second floor. So, i-highlight ko tong second floor tsaka pati na rin yan. Kasi, ang definition dito ay 2F stringer landing with landings at first and second floor. Ayan. So, isa-select ko ito. Ayan, click ko lang yan. Then, I will now select the stringers. Then, check ko lang. O, ayun, no? So, ito yung stringers. Tapos, ito na yung dalawang landings. Then, I will press now associate. So, i-click ko lang dito and then i-click ko ulit yan and then press highlight. Now, punta na tayo kay 2F beam. Okay? So, kay 2F beam, ito siya. And then associate to selected geometry. Next, punta tayo ngayon kay 1F beam. Ngayon si 1F beam, kasama na dyan yung footing columns tsaka yung first floor columns. 1F beam pala tayo. So, ayan. So, click ko yan, 1F beam, and then associate to selected geometry. Check your work once in a while. 2F beam, and then 1F beam. Ayan. Then, third floor column. So, select ko lang yan. Then, associate. Tapos, second floor column. Select ko yan. And unselect ko yun. Then, associate. Finally, 1F column. Select ko yan. Unselect ko yun. Then, while pressing control, select ko na yan. Footing columns. Then, display whole structure. Meron kaya akong na-miss? I think so. Yun. See? Meron akong na-miss. Then, associate. Then, ulitin natin. So, third floor column. I-rotate ko lang yan. So, wala akong na-miss sa second floor column. I-rotate ko ulit. Meron akong na-miss. Ayun siya. Oh. So, habang naka-highlight yan, okay, ayan o. Click ko yung second floor, and then i-click highlight. Tapos, I will press now control, and piliin ko yung mga hindi na select. And then, associate to selected geometry. Okay? Ngayon, i-click ko dito para mag-unselect siya. Then, i-highlight ko isa-isa yan. Punta na ako ngayon kay first floor column. Highlight. Ayan. Ngayon, i-rotate ko yan unti-unti. So, okay na. Then, dito ako ngayon kay stringer. So, display whole structure. Then, ganyan lang. Tapos, stringer, highlight. Okay. Ang kay stringer naman, pagsasamahin natin yung second floor tsaka first floor. Ngayon, to do that, pwedeng ganito. I-click ko itong third floor stringer. Okay, tapos Control-C ko yan. And then, highlight ko to. Then, i-paste ko dito. After that, associate. So, ito na yon. And then, i-click ko itong second floor stringer and landing. Okay, ayan yon. And then, click ko yan. At kakopy ko yan. Control-C. Balik ako dito kay stringer. And ipe-paste ko dito sa kahit saan dyan. Okay, pwede sa dulo, pwede sa gitna, pwede sa start. Then, make sure na merong space doon. Then, paste. Ayan siya, oh. So, isang space lang pala. Then, you click associate. After that, let's check stringer and then highlight. Dapat, yan. Third floor stringer and second floor stringer. Next, dito na tayo ngayon kay all beams. So, to do that, punta tayo ngayon kay select and then parallel to dito. Kasi dalawang parallel dyan. Dito tayo, no? Parallel to Y. So, ang ibig sabihin ng Y ay lahat ng members parallel to Y-axis. So, we now click associate. Next, punta tayo ngayon kay, check natin all beam, highlight. Punta naman tayo ngayon kay all column. So, si all column parallel to X, Y, Z, wala. Or how about dito, parallel to X, Z. Try natin to X, Z. Oops, wala. Minimum, let's say, Y minimum, 0. then y maximum, let's say 12. Okay? Kasi 1.5 plus 9 is 10.5. Sabihin natin 12. Yan. So that is one method. Highlight and then all column, highlight. Or pwede rin namang i-click natin tong all beam, highlight. Tapos, so obviously, itong all beam, lahat ng Y. Ngayon, mag-i-inverse tayo. Ibig sabihin naman ng inverse, lahat ng hindi na-select. So, punta tayo ngayon kay select. And then, you click inverse. Dito, yan. So, ang pipiliin niya ngayon, yung hindi na-select kanina. Then, click mo yung all column. And then, you click, oops, nalito na, no? Nagkabaliktad. One of column, stringer, all beam, baliktad. Okay, dito kayo all column, dyan, parallel to Y, and then associate, yan, highlight. Tapos, punta ko dito kayo all beam, and then, dito naman, punta ko kay inverse, ayan siya. Tapos, click ko si associate. Yan. Ngayon, check ulit. So, third floor column, second floor column, check. First floor column, check. Stringer, check. All beam, dapat lahat ng horizontal. Yan, check. And then, all column, lahat ng vertical lines. Check. Okay, so, save your work once in a while. Natapos na tayo ngayon dito sa beams and columns. Mag-group din tayo ngayon ng floors. Para sa floors naman, si third floor tsaka si second floor ay basically magkaparehas sila, no? Ayan. So, mag-groupings na tayo. So, ito siya. Ang ibig sabihin nito, third floor one-way P ay itong slab number 1. Ito yon. Ang ibig sabihin yan ay one-way direction. Ang slab niyan, something like this. Okay, so itong mga red lines na yan, ay red arrows na yan, let's say yan yung direction ng bakal, ano? Ayan. So, nakapatong siya dito sa slab na yan. Likewise, ganun din dito. Yung tatlong arrows na yan, yan yung direction ng bakal. It is supported by these 4 beams. Okay? Ang tawag dyan ay one-way slab. Ibig sabihin ng one-way, isang direction lang yung bakal, which is supported by the longer beams. Yan. So, i-group na natin yan ngayon dito sa third floor. And then, selected objects only. Okay. So, balik tayo kay Control G. And then, create. And And then, piliin mo lang si floor. That is 3F one-way P. By the way, ang ibig sabihin ng P, merong partition. Yung partition na yan yung mga lightweight. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi siya mabigat in the sense na kaya na siyang buhatin ng slab. Kasi, kung ang partition wall mo dyan ay hollow blocks, 4 inches na hollow blocks, hindi yan kayang buhatin ng slab. Kailangan ang bubuhat na dyan ay beam. So kapag meron kang hollow blocks sa ibabaw ng slab, maglagay ka ng beam sa ilalim niya. Okay? Otherwise, kung maglalagay ka ng wall na walang beam sa ilalim, dapat lightweight yun. So, an example of those lightweight partitions are yung plywood, hardiplex, lahat yan ay lightweight. Okay, so we will now press OK. Then, highlight natin yan dahil i-assign na natin yan dito. So, lahat ng number 1, yan ang isa-select natin. Which is, ito, hanggang dyan. Ito, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, ganun din dito. Tsaka yan. So, ito na. Then, likewise, let's say, mag-multiple selection tayo. Yan. Pero, ihihiwalay natin tong 1S. So, i-unselect ko yan. Tsaka, ito. Ayan. Okay, so let's check. This is number 1. Yan, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, itong dalawa. Yan siya. Tapos, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayan, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayan. 1, 2, 3, 4. I now will press associate. Okay, so, click ko lang dito and then, click ko yan and then highlight. Next, punta na tayo ngayon kay 3F one-way PS. So, this time, yung S, yan yung one-way, pero small. Oops, floor. Then, okay. Then, select ko lang yan. Tsaka ito. Which is itong tatlong maliliit. Then, associate. Okay, highlight. Ngayon, so, let's say, kulayan ko ito ng yan. Yan, kulay orange. Ito siya. Tsaka ito. Tapos itong slab number 2 naman, one way ulit si slab number 2. Pero kulayan ko siya ng, let's say, green. Yan. Then, so itong slab number 2, it is one way. However, hindi na siya pala one way. Two way na siya. Okay? So, ang bakal niyan ay magiging dalawa na. Control C, Control V. At ililiko natin siya. Oops. Sorry. Two-way na siya. Ganyan na, no? Yan. Something like that. So, ibig sabihin, yung bakal mo, nakapatong siya dito sa longer beams, tsaka meron ding bakal na nakapatong dito sa short beams. So, ang tawag dyan ngayon ay two-way slab. Kaya ang name ng ating group ngayon ay 3F two-way with partition. Ayan. Then, okay. Tapos, meron pa tayong 3F two-way na walang partition. Ngayon, yung 3F two-way na walang partition, ito siya. So, ibig sabihin yan, yung floor na yan, which is ito, yan, wala siyang walls sa loob kasi hallway yan, ano? Hindi siya pwedeng gawing bahay or hindi siya pwedeng gawing offices. Kasi itong sa loob, pwede mo siyang gawing lagyan ng partition wall kasi commercial space yan, no? Okay, so let's go back. So 3F one-way, 3F one-way short, and then 3F two-way P, wala pang group. So, balik tayo dito kay number 2, 3F two-way P, which is ito. And then, we will now press associate. Finally, yan naman dito sa gitna, yung tres-tres. Then, associate. Okay, so hindi ko na ito lalagyan. Sige, lagyan natin ng arrow. Two-way din, ano? Yan. So, si slab number 3, ayan, kulay blue. Okay, let's check. So, yung 3F one-way P, this is slab number 1, highlight. And then, 3F one-way P short, ayan, yung slab na kulay yellow, ayan. Tapos 3F two-way, ito yung corner slabs, yung kulay green. And finally, 3F two-way, yung slabs na kulay blue. Okay, so next, punta na tayo kay second floor. Kay second floor, ganun din ang kanyang pattern. Okay, so Control G. This time, medyo bilisan na natin. Okay. Sa 2F one-way P. And ito siya. So, ang gagawin ko dyan, i-unselect ko lang. Okay, so let's review. Ayan siya. No? And then, associate. Tapos, 2F oops. I-edit ko siya dito sa command file, ano? Later na. Pag ganun nawala, click mo lang si Control G. And then, select ko lang yan. Saka ito. Yan yung short. Associate. Yan yung 2F1 way P. Then 2F1 way short. So, kulang ako ng letter S. So, punta ako kay Command File. And then dito sa grouping, ayan sa start group definition, ito yun, sa 2F, ayan siya, 2F one way, lagyan natin dito ng underscore S. Okay? Yan yun. Then, save your work. Ngayon, kapag nag-editor ka, bumabalik siya sa default view. So, dito tayo ngayon kay 2F two-way P. So, second floor, two-way with partition. And then create again. Second floor, two-way, no partition. Okay, so dito tayo ngayon. And, eto siya. Oops. Yun, muntik na, no? So, i-highlight ko lang yan. Then, selected objects only. Yan. Select natin yan. And then, associate. Finally, ito. Then, associate. Okay, so let's check my work. Display row structure. Gawin ko lang siyang parang front view. Yan. So, sa third floor, highlight. Ayan siya. Tapos, highlight. Yan yung maliliit. And then, ito yung corner. Tapos, ito yung nasa hallway. Ayan. Then, sa second floor. Tapos, second floor again, yung maliliit. Tapos, second floor, corner. And then, second floor sa may bandang hallway. Yan. Okay, now let's go to properties. So, sa properties, maglalagay tayo ngayon ng sections. So, punta tayo ngayon kay view. Pakita ko lang yung 3D rendering. So, punta tayo kay view, and then palikin ko lang, ayun. So, if I will click this, makikita nyo na panay lines lang yan. Wala pa siyang solid, wala pa siyang mass. So, yan ang next na gagawin natin. So, going to properties. Ito siya, click mo lang yan. And then, ngayon, ang mapapansin ninyo na dito sa properties natin, ito ay trial sizes. Sinundan ko lang yung grouping. Okay. Oops. Okay, from the group definition, kinapi ko lang yan. Pinaste ko dito. Basically, ganyan. Ibig sabihin nun, susundan ko ito para sa aking sizes. Ngayon, ang pinakamalit na size ko, syempre yung nasa roof beam. Okay, so, gagawin ko yung ang pinakamaliit na size ng structural beam ay 250 mm by 300 mm. Kapag na structural, pwede, let's say stringer beam, pwede kang gumamit ng 200 by 300. Pero kapag structural beams, ibig sabihin nun, connected siya sa column, ang minimum width nun ay 250 mm. So, dyan ako mag-start sa roof beam. Okay, so punta ako ngayon since naka-group na siya, punta ako kay properties, i-on ko si Control G, or si create group, and then i-highlight ko yung roof beam. Tapos, mag-click ako ng define. Okay, naka-open na tong properties ko, no? I will now click define. Tapos, go to rectangle. And then, ang YD, yan yung depth. That is 0.3. 0.3 is 300 mm. Tapos, ang ZD, yan yung width. 0.25. And then, I will now click assign. Or, add lang muna. No? Add. Tapos, close. Let's say, yan, naka-blue. I-assign ko siya sa roof beam. So, click ko tong roof beam, highlight. And then, you click assign to selected beams. Yes. Okay. So, pag click mo yan, ayan, mag-highlight yon. Now, close ko to. And then, I will go to view. Take note, walang nakaselect dyan, pero punta ako kay 3D rendering ito. See what happens. Meron ng solid. Yan na yung 250 by 300. Next property is third floor stringer. Okay? So, susundan ko na ito, ano? Lahat yan. So, define rectangle and then 0.3 by 0.25. Add. Yan yung reference 2 or ito. Ngayon, dito na ako kay reference 3 or R3. That is 0.34 by 0.25. Add. And then R4, 0.36 by 0.27. Add. Tapos R5, 0.4 by 0.27. Add. And then R6, 0.42 by 0.3. Then add. And then, okay, mamaya na yung columns. So, i-close ko na ito, no? So, pag click ko yan, walang nag-highlight dito. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa siya assigned. Pero pag click ko yan, nag-highlight na yan. So, I will now click reference 2, which is, I will assign it to third floor stringer beam. So, click ko dyan. I will now press Ctrl G. And then, i-highlight ko to. And then, I will click assign to selected beams. Next, i-click ko tong R3. Then, I will now assign it to 3F beam. So, I will click 3F beam and then highlight. Tapos, assign to selected beams. Now, I will click R4 and I will click 2F stringer landing, highlight, and then assign. Yes. Tapos, click ko tong R5 and then I will highlight 2F beam, then assign. Tapos, I will click R6. I will assign this to 1F beam, highlight, then assign. Ngayon, I will close this. Balik ako dito kay view. Punta ako kay 3D rendering. Yan, see? So, ang kulang na lang dyan yung columns. Ngayon, dito sa ating graphical user interface or GUI, pwede na nating makita yung solid. Instead of going to 3D rendering, let's go to label settings. Let's click labels. Then dito sa properties, you click structure. Then you click full sections. See what happens. Yan, gray siya, no? Pero kung section outline lang dito sa structure, tingnan natin siya. Yan. So, let's say, gamit tayo ngayon ng full sections. Ayan. So, looking medyo, no? Sakit sa mata. So, punta na tayo ngayon kay R7, which is 250 by 250. Columns na tayo, ano? So, define rectangle 0.25 by 0.25 and add, tapos 0.3 by 0.3, add, finally 0.35 by 0.35 and then add and then close. Then, ayan. So, this time nagre-red siya, no? R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, wala. So, punta na tayo ngayon kay Control G at i-highlight natin si R7. Ayan. Ayan, Group 7, which corresponds to Reference 7. So, I will highlight this and then I will assign to selected beams. Yan. So, nagkaroon na siya ng section. Next, R8, highlight. Tapos, click ko yan. Oops, highlight ko ulit si R8. Then, assign. So, mauna pa lang i-select ang section. Yan. Then, mag-highlight ka ng group. Then, assign. Okay, so, lahat yan meron na. Balik tayo kay 3D rendering. Yan. At least dito mas malinis. Tingnan, no? So, ikot-ikot mo lang yan. Kapag meron kang nakitang payat na line, ibig sabihin, hindi mo pa na-assignan yun ng section. Okay, so save your work once in a while. And then what's next is beams normally increase in size as it gets closer to the ground. And then columns, take note that columns should be larger than the width of the beam above it, or the width of the beam that it is supporting. Okay, ibig sabihin niyan, kailangan mas malaki yung section ng column kaysa sa beam. Or we are simply following the strong column weak beam principle. Ang ibig sabihin nito, kapag let's say nag-earthquake ng malakas, ang unang bibigay yung beams. At yung columns mo, hindi pa dapat siya bibigay. So, ibig sabihin, nakatayo pa rin yung paa ng building. Kapag nakatayo yung paa, nakatayo pa rin yung structure. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pa nagko-collapse yung building. Okay? Pero kapag sabay yan nag-fail, yung beams, tapos nag-fail din yung columns, ibig sabihin, magto-total collapse yung building mo. Matutumba na yan. Patay ang mga tao. So, yan yung iniiwasan natin. Okay? So, ngayon, a-assign na natin yung properties. So, punta tayo dito kay command file. Then, click mo lang itong define material. Tapos, papalitan natin ito. Because we will be using 3,000 PSI concrete, ang kanyang elasticity ay, ayan, 2.13756. So, 2.13756. Saan nakuha yung 13756 na yan? Okay, so that is equal to 4,700 multiplied by square root of 20.68. Yan. Okay? Yan. 2.1373.37. Pero, since ang unit natin ay Newton per millimeter square, magiging raised to the 7th power. Okay? Next, papalitan natin dyan is itong strength. Ang gagamitin natin ay 3,000 PSI concrete, or that is 20.68 megapascal, or ito, 20684.3. Then, save your work again. After that, punta na tayo kay supports. And then, ang supports natin ay siyempre yung nasa ilalim. Ito. Then, you click create. Tapos, fixed ang gagamitin natin. You click. Since naka-assign, nakapili na tayo kanina beforehand, you will just click assign. Yan. And then, mag-assign na tayo ng crack section. For crack section, let's look at 208.6.2. Ano yan? So, the code says, the mathematical model of the physical structure shall include all elements of the lateral force resisting system. The model shall comply with the following. Number 1, stiffness properties of reinforced concrete and masonry elements shall consider the effect of crack sections. Okay, so for columns, gagamitin natin ay 70% ng gross moment of inertia. At sa beams naman, 35% lang ng gross moment of inertia. Again, we are following here the strong column weak beam principle. Okay? Yeah. So, take note na yung columns, yan yung grinop natin kanina ng all columns. Yan. Tapos, all beams naman, nag-group na natin yan. Lahat ng horizontal members. Okay, so, unahin natin si columns. Okay, so punta tayo ngayon kay analytical modeling. Nasa si analytical modeling? Ito. Yan. And then, punta tayo kay specification. Tapos, beam. And then, property reduction factors. Tapos, RAX, that is 1. RIX, 0.7. And then, RIY, 0.7. RIZ, 0.7. Then, add. Then, we will now assign this to all columns. So, click ko lang dyan, Control G, and then, I will click all column and highlight. Tapos, assign to selected beams, and then assign. Ngayon, punta tayo ulit kay analytical modeling. Tabi ko lang muna yan. And then, specifications ulit. Tapos, beam. And then, property reduction factors. And then, RAX is 1. RIX is 0.01. Ayun, yung 0.01 na yan, yan yung torsion. And then, RIY, 0.5. 0.35. Tapos Rij 0.35. And then add. We will assign this now to all beams. So, i-highlight ko ngayon see all beams and then use assign to selected beams. Ngayon, pag clinic ko yan, walang nag-highlight, di ba? Siyempre, gusto ko makita. So, make sure na naka-check ito. Yan. So, pag clinic ko yan, dapat naka-highlight lahat ng columns. And then, pag clinic ko ito, naka-highlight lahat ng all beams. Okay, guys. So, natapos natin ang part 1 ng modeling. Then, check natin ngayon yung sa editor. First, save ko muna yan.